Alright guys, I'm finally back again. And today I'm doing Jagaaaaaan chapter 78 through 87. Now we start back off with Jagaaaaaan thinking back to the Caterpillar Bros and basically how they felt and wanting to, basically saying that if they didn't kill, I can't remember his name, but everything they've done would have been for nothing, basically. And Jagaaaaaan, I think, either he's thinking or he finally decides that he does want to live a life with Belle. And I always like the, I honestly do like the scenes with Belle and Jagaaaaaan. I like their relationship. But they end up deciding to go to this new amusement park called Deaderland. And I do have to say, I'll be chopping this arc into 2 pieces. And I do like this very much. I do like this arc a lot. And we also go back to Yidori after a while. And he's also going to Deaderland with his housemates. And they're actually adding a new character to the dynamic called Mio. And Yidori is he's visibly jealous of Mio. And I like her and the kind of the dynamic that's going on. Now, once they get to Deaderland, they get a tour guide that tells them that, I think it was, they have to get 10,000 points by going on the rides and the scores that they get in different games and things like that. And once they get 10,000 points, they can go to the main castle. And we do find out that going to the main castle basically means that you can become a fractured human. And they'll give you an artificial frenzied frog. I guess I guess that's what you'd call it. Whew. And Yidori starts to think back and actually starts to imagine a life with what's his name? Let me look here. With Junpei. He starts to have visions of them getting married and things like that, but he doesn't know if he can have kids and other things like that. And once he's thinking back to this, he actually starts transforming back into his old self. And he's still very conflicted on who he wants to be. And he doesn't like that his old self was basically, as he keeps saying, a side character. And now he's the main character, the heroine. And he likes feeling wanted and loved. And him and Mio start talking in the bathroom. And he still is visibly keeps getting angrier and more jealous, and he starts to take that out on Junpei, and she's basically doing things like kissing Junpei out of nowhere, and Junpei sees this and thinks it's awkward, and he doesn't like it. And as he rejects her and starts he doesn't break up with her, but he kind of just brushes her off, and Yidori doesn't like that. And and what's his name? One of the other housemates. Ase. Is it Ase? Yeah, I think that's how it's pronounced. Ase starts to make moves on her, basically, and tries to have sex with her in the Ferris wheel. And, well, luckily Yidori stops him, but he does let him finger her, which was and as this keeps going, Ase starts to make a move on him again, and they end up going into the showers and they have sex. And while this is happening, Tendo, one of the other older housemates, is recording them. So we'll see where that goes in the next part. But now we finally flash back to Jagaaaaaan, and him and Belle are on a let me see. Oh, wait. Before that, we actually go back to Mikazuchi, and the police, and their whole group is going to Deaderland because they're seeing missing persons in the area, and they notify Jagaaaaaan of that. And Jagaaaaaan starts to scan around and finds one of the area leaders called Pino Brahman, and he sees that he has a fractured frog inside of him and decides to arrest him. But as he shoots him, he sees that his bullets are having no effect. Shoots him in the head, and anywhere, nothing happens. And Pino eventually knocks him out. And he wakes up having to make a choice between saving Belle or saving 5 other people. And Jagaaaaaan ends up sacrificing the people, but it still goes to hit Belle because Belle chose to kill herself, which is, I have to give it to her for that. Honestly, I think I would most likely also choose that, but I can also understand why Jagaaaaaan chose to kill other people. I don't think I would have done it in that situation. I probably would have also had to sacrifice my loved ones, but that's just how my choice is. I'm sure everybody has a different answer, and some people don't even have, can't give a definitive answer, and technically I can't either because I've never been in that kind of situation. But he ends up getting saved by Mikazuchi, and they have a fight, and Mikazuchi basically explains, he figures out what Pino's powers are. It's basically a weird bacteria where once he infects you, it basically makes your cells decay. And that's how he's been able to stop Jagaaaan's bullets, because once they make contact with them, the bacteria basically decays them before they get anywhere near his actual flesh. Like, he can't go through his brain. And they have a small scuffle, and Pino does end up killing the other 5 people, which is sad, but it happens. And he ends up also kidnapping Belle. And that's basically where the chapter, where this part ends. And yeah, I think that's about it. I'd love to know what you guys think. I'll probably be doing 2 more, big roundup videos. I'll be doing the finishing up this arc, and then finish up the current chapters that are out. So, yeah, I will probably see you guys later. I'd love to know your opinions on the chapter. And of course, I'm always open to talk. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.